Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Kit Conspiracy, which I am combining with a Some Assemblage Required video today, which means I'm going to be using some products from the Some Assemblage Required shop. And I'm using our brand new kit. Well, not brand new. It's from our stash, a stash kit that we did working with some Pretty Little Studio Grateful Heart, as well as a little bit of 49 and Margaret Spectrum gardenia. And then this other paper I have was to take place of one of the papers that MK had in her stash that I did not have. It was similarly colored, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Oddly, I am using these papers today that are actually not from the Pretty Little Studio kit, and I'm actually not even using a lot of embellishments from that collection. This one is going to be done with the wood veneer from the shop, and the wood veneer is really going to do all of the work for me. Don't really have to do a whole lot here. So as you can see there, I went ahead and used my ruler to tear some spots in my paper, just kind of aligning with where my photos are going to go. I'm covering up all of that colorful area on the top of that 49 and Market paper. I like the polka dots down at the bottom. It's got all the colors in it that I want, but I didn't want the really bold red. I kind of wanted to go with the softer peachy kind of colors, and then when I roll it up, it's going to bring in more of the blues. There is blue in both of those papers. The front side of that peach actually does have some blue in it. It's just really hard to see on camera. It is kind of just some detail work that is a little bit on the blue side. I thought I might bring in this cut file, but it doesn't really work in the manner that I am making this layout, because I did roll up some of the paper that is at the top of the page. And then I'm going to use some wood veneer from the shop. I am using a couple of different wood veneer sets. So I'm going to use these drippy bits and 2 ice cream sundaes. And then I'm going to use the title that says Yummy Goodness. The photos are of the 2 girls that I take care of, and their grandma is in the top photo. We went out to lunch and for ice cream after they had a special day at school that was for grandparents and special people in their lives, which they invited me to, which was super thoughtful and sweet of them, and I love that. I love being included in that. And so we decided to go out for ice cream after. I had bought the girls some Baskin-Robbins gift cards to put in some wallets that I bought them for Christmas, and then I took them shopping with some of the gift cards they had, and the younger one really wanted to order a banana split when we went out for ice cream the previous time, and she didn't have enough money on her card, but we had an additional card that her mom found later, and so I told them the next time we went out they could order a banana split and split it, because those things are so huge. So that is what they are doing here. It's the first banana split they ordered at Baskin-Robbins. I don't know if they've had them at home or not, or anywhere else, but they thought it was really special. Their grandma and I opted not to have any ice cream at the because we were still really full from lunch, but it was a really kind of a fun outing for them, because they had been really looking forward to it for almost a month, because this was the end of January when we went, and they got their gift cards for Christmas, and yeah, they just really enjoyed it. So 3 scoops of ice cream with a whole banana in it and all of the toppings was plenty for the 2 of them. So I am basically just taking my acrylic paint pens and coloring in the ice cream sundaes. Now there's a lot of detail in these, so you can see where the different scoops are, you can see where the cherries are, the little spoon and all of that. Some of the drippy goodness, I'm not really sure which part is supposed to be which color, so I'm just going with it. If it looks like it's supposed to be like a topping, I'm going with a topping. I did some white on the smaller of the 2 sundaes, because it's got, well, actually they both have whipped cream on top. Whipped cream. And so I went ahead and used some white for that. My white pen is not the best, because it's the one I probably use the most, and it gets clogged up more than the other pens. These are from Thule Art. I've got pretty much all of the colors and I will list them down below with a link on Amazon in case you're interested in those. But they are fantastic for coloring in all of the different areas on these wood veneer pieces. The white one, I do usually have to add a little water to it and clean the tip off before I use it. This time I tried cleaning it before I put it away, and we'll see how that works next time, because I think what happens is that it just kind of gets a little dry on the end, and then it doesn't want to flow as easily. So it could just be user error, because I don't have that problem with any of the other ones, but I don't use them as much as I use that particular one. All of the drippy pieces I am doing in brown, kind of like chocolate syrup or hot fudge, whichever you prefer or would like to think of it as. I would say it's hot fudge if it was my sundae, but you know, some people just love chocolate syrup too, so we're going to go with that. And I'm going to have the drips coming out from underneath these little rolled up pieces, and then the sundaes are sitting on top of them, kind of like they are a shelf. And then I am going to have a title down at the bottom to the right of the bottom photo. And then I'm not going to do pretty much anything else. I will do some journaling. My journaling will probably start above the top photo and go down below the bottom photo in a kind of to bring in more of that column that I've got going of the photos kind of stacked up there. For the piece that says yummy, I am just using that brown right in the center of the letters where it has the score marks for, or the outline of each of the letters, so that you can see it just a little bit better, and I think that looks really cool. You could opt to not color these in, or it works really well to use oxide inks over them as well, although you can't, it would be a lot more difficult to differentiate between some of the spaces unless you use the masking that comes on the top of these wood veneer pieces to your benefit. So you could peel off one portion of the masking and then ink it up, and then peel another portion and ink that up. But again, that might still be difficult unless you've got some really good fine detail brushes to do the inking with, because I think once you pull the masking off one area, it's going to be hard to mask it again if you're going to add a second or third color. So just some options there. So for the word goodness, I decided to pull in all of the colors that were in the sundaes, just to bring all of those colors down to this shelf with the word goodness, and that shelf is going to be a brown drippy mess. And I just love the way these look. These are actually from 3 different packs of wood veneer. So the sundaes are from one pack, the drippy stuff is from a pack, and then the title Yummy Goodness is from a pack. I will put links down to those in my description box so that you can check those out if that's something of interest to you. She does have several other sweet treats in there, so they're not all sundaes. One set is sundaes, one's more like, I think, parfait style, and then the other is like your ice cream man type treats with popsicles and just ice cream cones and such. So wide variety of options for you if you are someone who loves to document your sweet treats. It's one of my favorite things to document, actually. Probably because ice cream brings me joy. I love ice cream. I especially love Baskin-Robbins ice cream, and yeah, I'm a big fan of the ice cream. So I guess maybe that's why it tends to be something that I like to document. So my little rolled up pieces, I'm trying to roll the one on the left with the ice cream up a little higher and bring the one on the right hand side a little lower, just so they don't look like they're supposed to be straight across from each other on either side of the photo, and like I just couldn't line them up perfectly. So I want them to be a little bit more purposeful in being offset from one another. And then I am using my T-square ruler to align where that shelf is going to go, and hoping that I'm leaving enough room for the descenders of the Y's in the letter yummy that is going to go above the word goodness. Now you could stack this word goodness on top of itself, like vertically, but I went ahead and I'm going to stack it or leave it horizontal because I want it on top of that drippy shelf. I just think it just adds to the title, and it's a lot of fun. So That is pretty much it, you guys. Go and check out what MK is going to do over on her channel. Oh, I guess I should tell you that this wood veneer is also adhesive backed. So you just peel the backer off of it and you can stick it right down on your page. It makes it super simple, and it's only a 1/16 of an inch thick, so it doesn't add a ton of bulk to your page. In fact, I think the rolled up pieces add just as much, actually probably more bulk to my page than the wood veneer does. So that is it. Pretty much it now, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. MK's link to her channel is down below, as well as the link to Kit Conspiracy if you want to go and check out the what everyone else is doing with their kits this week. You can create your own kit using anything you want, or you can kit up something similar. The idea is to basically use as much as you can in 1 week with your kit. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will be back again with another video Friday, if not before. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.